Hello everyone, it's Hoplite Mike, hope you're all doing well. Today I'm back with Knights of Honor 2, which is a grand strategy game with real-time battles. Today on the dev stream, they released battle footage for the first time, and this complements a dev diary put up 2 days ago, where they did a first look on how the battles work. I appreciate that people have been waiting a long time for this game, and the main thing people want to know is when it will be released. The answer to that is still currently to be confirmed. However, being able to show battle footage, or battle view as they call it, is a good step in the right direction, as I believe this is the last big feature they still have to work through before getting the game ready for release. However, someone did ask about beta or early access in the Q&A section towards the end of the stream, and they actually said there would be an announcement about that next week, so that is something to look forward to. I should note that despite the game being talked about as a Total War competitor, they did stress that battles are not the main focus of the game, and it's more about the diplomacy, economy, and politics, and the grand strategy map. The battles are designed to be 15 to 20 minutes long, which is just a fun thing to do before you get back to that overall strategy campaign view. They also mentioned there wouldn't be multiplayer battles, which may be a letdown to some people, but they did note some difficulties with trying to do this. So having run through all that, I'm now going to talk about the mechanics of the battles themselves. In terms of army composition, a player can lead up to 3 armies, 2 of them led by a marshal or royal court member, which is essentially just a general, and then a third made up of local troops. Each army can have up to 8 units or squads plus the marshal or royal court member, then the local force can have up to 5 squads. So if you have 3 armies and your opponent has 2, with 80 men per unit, that's a total troop number of just over 3,000, which is deemed by one of the developers to be average in the mid to late game, and that just gives you a sense of skill when comparing it to a Total War game, for example. Even though the game is not turn-based, it's real-time, the game will essentially be paused while the battle takes place, although this does not apply to reinforcements, which can still make an impact on the battle. In terms of the different types of battles, we have field battles, assault battles, and break siege battles. Field battles are where your marshal or royal court member meets another in the open field or at a village, which are small settlements surrounding the main settlement for each province. In a field battle, each side will have a set of camps. The route to victory is either to take the camps or capture points, kill or rout the enemy armies, or kill off their general or marshal. I was slightly worried that this might lead to general sniping, because in Total War games, for example, you can still fight on without your general, you just take big morale penalties, and it might lead to situations where you are heavily losing a fight, but you're able to take out their general and win through that objective. The game does have a map generator, so each battle map will be unique based on the location of the battle on the overall campaign map. Moving on to assault battles, this is where you assault a settlement. These can only occur for the main settlement of each region, so you can't assault a village, for example. That would essentially just be a field battle. In order to have the option to attack a settlement, you have to have sieged for long enough to break the defenses down to a low enough level. The longer you siege, the more the siege defenses will be broken down, and the easier it will be to take that settlement. You can then scale the walls or use trebuchets to attempt to conquer that settlement. Like with field battles, there are capture points to take, and you can also win through killing the opposing marshal or royal court member. Lastly, they did mention that spies are in the game, so you can use those to open the gates. Lastly, then we have the break siege battles, which are essentially just the reverse of assault battles. This is where the defenders of a settlement will sally out to meet their attackers. And then the victory conditions are the same as for the other 2. So that's about it for how the battles work. In terms of my personal thoughts after watching the battle footage, it is obviously a bit more arcade-like than a game like Total War, which is more of a battle simulator. But I'm not averse to this. I think as long as the battles are fun and there's a variety of troops, it will still be interesting to play. And it is also from the medieval era, which is one of my favourite periods, like with a lot of people. So I think it will be exciting regardless.